It doesn't.
Oh my.
I kind of want to get back to that conversation.
Wait, which conversation?
When were you basically with Drew Barrymore, like always having Drew Barrymore, always having her like hands, like she's just like in people's like personal space and stuff.
Yeah, it's the closeness that she does.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. It reminds me of like, having like a sleepover.
How so?
Like with your like your best friend. Like she sees him on like a human to human level. What the fuck? I quit.
Welcome back, guys, to the Worldly Bitten Pod. My name is Matthew.
My name is Dominic.
And today we're here to talk about my all-time favorite video game, which is now a live-action show on a platform. And
Amazon.
we're not giving shout-outs.
Oh.
No. We will send you the invoice.
Mr. Bezos.
Texting with Jeff Bezos.
Texting with Jeff Bezos.
No!
For those of you that are new to Fallout, it takes place after a nuclear explosion. The aesthetics of the technology halts in 1950s, leaving everything to look retro.
So like 2050 something, essentially.
No.
50 something until a great war happens,
okay.
Because that's when the entire world nukes itself to death. And I'm sorry, I should have said spoilers in the beginning. I'll cut that in now. Good job, Future Matthew. And a lot of the games now are set I think about 200 years more into the future after that, after the bombs fell. $219. So depending actually on the game you're playing, because it did come from some games, original old school 2D dimension to the current one that we know with Fallout 4. Great game. Honestly, the lore is very well done, in my opinion. It's been a long time favorite. I played a lot of it during lockdown back in 2020 because I had the free time like a lot of you did, and I was really bored. Dominic, how did you get into Fallout?
I got into Fallout because I like to play games on my phone, and Fallout Shelter is a game where you are literally just in control of the entire vault. You have a vault where you live in, you create rooms where you put people in, and you basically are the overseer. So you're in charge of making sure everyone's fed, making sure everyone has a job, making sure that they have a home and a bed to sleep in, and a place to recreate with
food. Did you say food?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And a place to create people with each other. Yeah, procreate. I was like, is it recreate? Procreate? Yeah. And then you also get to go out into the desert and the wasteland in the game, and you
I didn't know that part.
Like you basically take a select view that you want, and you have like mission rooms too if you wanted. Okay. But you put people on a team, and they go out and they do different missions, and they get there, and it's like it's an idle game, so it'll be like 24 minutes until you get here, or you can watch a video and you'll be there now. Oh. So then you get there, and then you basically raid empty vaults, like that, or like empty above ground places that like no one is using anymore.
Right.
And you loot stuff, and maybe you fight some raiders.
I didn't know that actually.
In Fallout 4, there's actually a DLC where you can create your own vaults. That's currently what you're looking at. It's pretty cool.
The core, the settings, you can...
Which game is this again?
Fallout 4. 4.5. Yeah.
Is that like later on?
What do you mean?
Does it happen later on in the game?
I mean, yes, but it's part of I think it's part of a DLC, so it's coming to the base game. You have to...
It's not like a normal...
Yeah. It's not like The Sims 4, because... oh, wait. It's like The Sims 4, where basically you have the base game and nothing fun to do in it. That's essentially the issue.
You better play Fallout 4.
No, I'm putting something on for you.
Remember, enunciate. Project.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Project.
You know what's crazy? Last time I was sick, I went on to Google and I typed in my symptoms, and you know what I got back? Connectivity errors.
Oh. That was the daddiest zaddy joke out there. What the fuck?
I stole that actually.
Hilarious.
It's from Parks and Rec.
Leslie, I typed your symptoms into the thing up here, and it says you could have network connectivity problems.
Anywho, so we're here to talk about Fallout. And the most wonderful thing about Fallout, again, that it has a live action show, which is pretty good in my opinion. If you're like me, you're a fan of the original games, and you're very much aware of the lore of the world, and unfortunately what is considered retcanon, or retcon on the words.
What's that?
Don't question that.
No, what is retcon?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's like one of those words you know how to use, you just don't know.
Oh my god, I fucking hate that. You're just
Yeah.
no, you're like, I'm smart, I'm intelligent.
Yeah.
I can give it to you in an example, but
What's something like this? You're a millennial, you're trying to relate to Gen Z, you know the word they use, you use it within the context, you just don't understand the word.
It's like with like older generations where they'd be like, oh, word?
Oh, word?
Or, like, I don't know, I feel like what's up?
What's up?
Was like considered kind of for the younger people for a while, right?
What's up?
Just using the term "what's up" instead of "how are you." It's like, oh, what's up? It's so casual. It's so informal. It's the kids.
Well, it's the same thing when you would address people by like Mr. and Mrs. as opposed to their Christian names. Like, hey Derek, it is Mr. Stevens to you. Type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like in school. Those are the funny. I'm sorry, I love those videos where kids are like, "What's up, Derek?" And he's like,
What's up, Michelle?
Get out of my classroom.
Okay.
"It's Mr. Rodriguez." Like it's just the different ways the teachers react to being called the first names.
Yeah, like the compilation videos.
Yes.
Those are funny. Those are funny.
They're so funny.
We didn't even call attention to our outfits.
Yes. So, Dominic, what are you?
I am
Gay Bowser.
I am trying to cosplay as a raider, so just like someone who like goes in and just like takes shit. So just
A
like
thief?
Yeah, a thief.
A
A mutated thief.
A vagabond.
A vagabond, if you will.
Yeah.
A
A vagabond.
Hmm?
What do you call gay fans of Barry Manilow?
I don't know.
Me neither. I thought I was gonna be able to work the word fag in there, but it's not.
You like, I just wanted to say fag one more time. Okay, so I have some questions for you regarding the Fallout show. So,
But before we get to that, can I say what I am?
yeah. Oh
So
my god,
I'm
so sorry.
It's okay. I know how you work. So I am dressed as Katya. I can't say her full last name.
Zema La Coles.
But you know, people just call her Katya.
You're gonna put that in
I know. And with you, I'm gonna put I'm Roxy Anderson. Okay, what were we talking about?
Yeah, you said so you were cosplaying as Katya.
Okay, I should talk to the people. I'm cosplaying as. Is this cosplaying really? Is it just putting on the outfit? What costume is cosplaying? And what does cosplay stand for?
Costume play. Cosplay.
Just show me up in my own house. It's fine.
That's just what it stands for.
He's like, now you know better.
So
Bitch. No, like,
So, yeah.
no, like Lewis. Oh, you just complimented the free food, but one up on me is another way to go. And so, anyways, guys, bitch. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So who you cosplayed as?
Oh, I'm cosplaying as the synth detective in Fallout 4, Nick Valentine. And if you can't tell by now, with my many times of mentioning it, with Fallout 4 specifically, that is the only Fallout game I can play.
Mm-hmm.
I could track down the others, I could play them. It's just the decrease of game quality. I can't go backwards technically.
I completely understand that.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's like I can't play PS2 games.
it's like learning to play piano, or like you start out with the really
Could
like
you play the original Sims?
I don't know. Okay, you got me there.
Yeah.
You got me there.
Got me there. Right.
But I feel like I could play the first Fallout. Bro, what happened to his face?
That's a ghoul.
Speaking of the ghoul,
Yes.
I loved the ghoul.
What's the actor's name?
No clue.
Then you don't love him that much.
I loved the character of the ghoul. Do you think that the 1950s aesthetic like really helps add to the popularity of the game, or do you think it would be just as popular if it was not?
I feel like it's not a hindrance. I don't know if it's directly a reason why people like the game.
Okay, because it's definitely a draw for me.
No, same. But then there's people like you or I who just enjoy this type of style.
Mm-hmm. rah. Like when I said yeah, it like reminded me of the sound that the radiation makes when you get close to it. It was like. Favorite character?
Yeah.
She was like the main girl. What's your ideal setting like in this? Would you rather be on the surface somewhere? Would you rather be in a vault somewhere?
I often think about that, especially as I watch more videos about the different. So again, going back to Fallout. I'm sorry, guys, we kind of trailed off there.
Well, we're still talking
No,
about
I know,
Fallout.
I know, but hold on. I was getting something. No interrupting.
You being a bitch is gonna help?
I didn't say anything.
I don't know, calm down.
Okay, so we were talking about Fallout. Essentially, what it is yes, it's in the future, but a lot of them hinges on what's called vaults, which were safety bunkers designed by a private company funded by the U.S. government to protect U.S. citizens in the case of nuclear fallout. Which
Only
obviously
for the
happens.
elite.
You are now one of my elite employees.
But however, because
Stipulation.
this game is essentially a commentary on capitalism, because when you put such a serious task in the hands of the private sector and private companies, they have their own interest, which is to make money. They were doing incredibly shady shit. They were not, what's the word I'm looking for? They were corrupt, I'm sorry. They were incredibly corrupt. They were down for their bottom line. They were doing everything to make money. They were even to the point of hypnotizing people to get them in vaults. And on top of that, the vaults were being used for secret experiments that they were conducting on the rest of humanity, because at that point, who's going to stop them? And who can stop them? Everyone's gone. So to answer your question, Dominic,
Yes.
I think I would have to say I would like to live in Good Neighbor from Fallout 4.
Good neighbor.
Good Neighbor. It's the most, I feel like it's the most decent place a person can be, depending on the areas that I'm aware of,
So
within the Massachusetts area.
So the thing is, I have no reference of what you're talking about right
Well,
now.
I'm going to show you.
Okay.
But I can also tell you.
I know you're telling me, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, you know.
But you'll know, because I'll tell you, and then you'll know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A self-governed city within a city, or neighborhood within a city. So it's a bunch of survivors who live together, drifters, things like that, and it's a tough but fair type of society. Like, everyone is welcomed, you're not judged for anything, but you need to play nice with people. That's the basic gist of it. Whereas other cities are a little bit more corrupt. Like Diamond City, for example, which is in Fenway Park. They're anti-ghoul. They chase off and kill all the ghouls within their city.
So all of these people, are the ghouls basically just old people?
No, so ghouls are people who were horribly irradiated.
Oh right, because there was that young person who ended
Yeah.
up becoming a ghoul after he took that shit.
Yep.
He took the fucking bruh. He was out here just like, oh wow, and he goes, thanks,
I'll inhale
man."
anything. Well, his foot fell apart.
I mean, that shit was amazing. I was like, oh okay, and then I was like, oh, now he's addicted to it, and now he needs it.
Yeah.
Now he's cool.
So ghouls will eventually all go feral at some point in their lives. Their lives are extended because they're, basically undead. Their tissue's not really dying anymore.
Yeah, they're old.
No, it's not. They're old. No, they live to be old age, but they're not
Yes.
decrepit because they're old.
I
They
know.
turn feral because they're old.
Right.
Yes, sorry. Well, you're saying old. and I'm
No, they
confused.
turn feral when they stop getting their.
No, and that's the difference between
Stuff.
the game and the actual lore. In the lore, there's no thing they have to take from going feral. That's the danger of being a ghoul. It's like, yes, you have enhanced life and durability, but at some point you're going to lose your mind and
Oh,
become
so
feral.
they didn't even have the potions in the game.
In the games, no, that's not a thing. They did that for the show.
What?
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb.
Period.
That's what. See, that's one of the questions I was gonna ask you.
What?
Just because I noticed when they found the ghoul for the first episode, it was literally he was underground, and they had these like IVs almost going into his grave.
I think the differences between the game and the show are really good, though, because I really have no reason, actually. I just really like the show, if I'm being quite honest. I like that it's a very good example of when you take a video game, turn it into a live action, and you do it correct. Because a lot of these small details they put into the show really makes a difference for those of us who really enjoyed the games and the aesthetic of it. So to see it on the screen and done faithfully, for the most part, is just very nice, considering the things we get in the past doesn't really live up to it, I feel.
What do you mean?
video games that get like a live action made.
Oh yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
What's
Where it's
that
just
movie?
like,
What's that movie of the guy that kind of reminds me of Johnny Bravo?
Yesterday, an old lady said I reminded her of her son. After she showed me a picture of him, I punched her in her dumb idiot face. Her son was ugly as fuck.
He's blonde.
You jack off?
You deserve that one.
Abuse.
What? You have no proof. Where was the abuse? So at Vault-Tec, we were talking about them doing experiments on people. They were really messed up, like crimes against humanity type thing. Really fucked up shit. And Vault 81, for example, was actually a very nice vault. People lived very well over the past 200 years since the bombs fell. However, the Vault-Tec portion of it was they were to be introduced several different viruses throughout the lifespans of the residents, and they were being used to develop a cure for any type of ailment that humanity could ever happen, which means they would be subjected to continuous illness throughout their lives, everyone dying, things like that. So one of the scientists stopped the experiments before they started, so these people have never even knew.
Really interesting that there was like a parallel where it was like no dogs allowed in the vault, and then on the surface it's like we're training all these dogs to do shit for us or to help us.
Oh, so Nick Valentine, my character that we're talking about, I'm just gonna circle back because we're a little bit frazzled, is a synth. So what that is a synthetic human, a robotic human created by the Institute. I won't go into all that lore because it is way too long to talk about. And that's for another time, maybe. Well, probably not. But
maybe in a future episode. No, we're good.
Not gonna
We're
happen.
good. That's it. That's not what's gonna happen.
But so basically, he is a synth, but he has the mind of an actual person, and by that I mean he was given complete digital memories of an actual Nick Valentine that existed pre-war.
But that's
So think of it like
that
serious
begs-
identity issues.
That begs the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck are you? Are you the body or are you the memories? And are you even the same person? And they're not even your memories. So like
Because what
is
makes
it
a person
true?
a collection of memories and experiences? If this individual is implanted with those memories and
Lawyer.
experiences, just because they didn't physically do it in their body or experience it with their id was created with these memories.
Drawn. Lawyer.
I'm just tickling my pussy.
Stop molesting my cat.
Mr. Humphries, leave my pussy alone.
Speaking of cats, do you think they
Yeah.
would have allowed cats in vaults?
Well, Vault 81 had a cat. Yeah.
There's so much lore, it's ridiculous.
It is. It's ridiculous, but it's so good when you learn it and then you get into it. And if you're like me, you get very obsessive with games you like, and if they have really deep lore, you're set for like half a year, dude. I will be distracted the entire time reading lore.
Like, I feel like open world games are like really cool. It's like a different kind of game because like when you video games just kind of started out, it's just like Pac-Man, like Tetris and shit. And, like,
Loading
now,
screens.
And like now it's like full on
Immersion.
realities, like backstory, but minimal characters with a
Backstory, front story, side street, Backstreet Boys.
forwards, backwards, boys.
Backstreet Boys. I said forwards, backwards, sideways, inside out, backwards, Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
In Sync. Taylor McCartney, that's not his name. Jesse McCartney, that's his name. I think he did really well in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Don't get any funny ideas. Jesse is mine.
Excuse me.
Oh, he's gesturing to me. I think he wants to propose. He's pointing at the water dingbat. He thinks you're a waiter. Why would he think that? All right.
That was a good episode.
Yeah.
It was.
So if you guys haven't checked out Fallout, I highly suggest you check out both the show on Amazon and the game series. I think there's like at least 4, and then there's like an online one, kind of like Grand Theft Auto Online. It is really fun. But anyways, we thank you guys again for joining us. Dominic, what is your Bud, Rose, and Asthorn gonna be?
Did you say Asthorn? My rose for the week is I have gotten a promotion.
He did. We're proud of him.
I'm very excited. My thorn is that it's been a rough month for a lot of people. Mercury has been in retrograde and energies have been very high in all aspects of a lot of my friends' lives, and I know my life. But it's almost over. Oh, it is over. Yeah, it was over 2 days ago. Or no, yesterday. And my bud is... I'm excited to start a new chapter in my life.
Okay, that's awesome. I was watching Mulan in my head. So my
You'll bring honor to us all.
not that song, you sicko. My bud is going to be that I don't have one. My thorn is going to be that the weekends are too short and I'm very tired. I need more sleep. And my rose is that we are getting closer to my wedding, and I'm very excited about that. Yeah, pretty low key this time, guys, but we just want to thank you for joining us today. Yeah.
I feel like it's not, with Fallout, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
There's no way to fit it all within a short video.
Yeah, that's like several videos, and that's people who have the time to put out like daily videos, which I admire, but I could not do because also we need a editing.
I mean, if it was my primary job.
Well, yeah,
cool,
clearly,
yeah.
but we don't. We would also need an editor, an actual editing team.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, like, I wouldn't. I mean, I would have no problem being like the editor if I could support myself just doing that. I'm saying I enjoy
But I'm saying, like,
editing.
no, but like if we were to put out daily videos, you need more. You really do need more.
Yeah,
videos.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
But yes, otherwise, yes, if we were doing this full time, it's different.
Yeah.
Anywho, thank you guys again. We're not going to take you up. You enjoy
Yeah.
your evenings. You have been really bitten. We love you. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye. Get out of here.
The Royally Bitten. Wait. The Royal Bitten Podcast. This has been the Royal Bitten Podcast.